Yirmeyahu chapter 36. And it came to be in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, son of Yoshiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, that this word came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh, saying, Take a scroll and write on it all the words that I have spoken to you against Israel and against Yehuda and against all the nations, from the day I spoke to you, from the days of Yoshiyahu even to this day. It could be that the house of Yehuda hears of all the evil which I plan to bring upon them, so that each one turns back from his evil way, and I shall pardon their crookedness and their sin. And Yirmeyahu called Baruch son of Neriah, and Baruch wrote on a scroll from the mouth of Yirmeyahu all the words of Yahweh, which he had spoken to him. And Yirmeyahu commanded Baruch, saying, I am shut up, I am unable to enter the house of Yahweh, but you shall enter, and shall read from the scroll which you have written from my mouth the words of Yahweh, in the hearing of the people in the house of Yahweh, on the day of fasting, and also read them in the hearing of all Yehuda who come from their cities. It could be that they present their supplication before Yahweh, and they turn back, each one from his evil way, for great is the displeasure and the wrath that Yahweh has spoken against this people. And Baruch son of Neriah did according to all that Yirmeyahu the prophet commanded him, reading from the book the words of Yahweh in the house of Yahweh. And it came to be in the 5th year of Jehoiakim son of Yoshiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, in the 9th new moon, that they called a fast before Yahweh to all the people in Jerusalem, and to all the people who came from the cities of Yehuda to Jerusalem. And Baruch read from the book the words of Yirmeyahu in the house of Yahweh, in the room of Gemariahu son of Shaphan the scribe, in the upper courtyard at the entry of the new gate of the house of Yahweh, in the hearing of all the people. And Michaehu son of Gemariahu son of Shaphan heard all the words of Yahweh from the book. And then he went down to the sovereign's house into the scribe's room, and there all the heads were sitting, Elishama the scribe, and Delayahu son of Shemayahu, and Elnathan son of Achbor, and Gemariahu son of Shaphan, and Tzidkiyahu son of Hananiahu, and all the heads. And Michaehu told them all the words which he heard when Baruch read the book in the hearing of the people. Then all the heads sent Yehudi son of Nethanyahu, son of Shelemyahu, son of Cushi, to Baruch, saying, Take in your hand the scroll from which you have read in the hearing of the people, and come. So Baruch, son of Neriyahu, took the scroll in his hand and came to them. And they said to him, Sit down, please, and read it in our hearing. Then Baruch read it in their hearing. And it came to be, when they had heard all the words, that they looked at each other in fear, and said to Baruch, We are certainly going to report all these words to the sovereign. And they asked Baruch, saying, Please explain to us, how did you write all these words? From his mouth? And Baruch answered them, From his mouth he spoke all these words to me, and I wrote them with ink in the book. Then the heads said to Baruch, Go hide, you and Yirmeyahu, and let no one know where you are. And they went to the sovereign into the court, but they put the scroll in the room of Elishama the scribe, and told all the words in the hearing of the sovereign. The sovereign therefore sent Yehudi to bring the scroll, and he took it from the room of Elishama the scribe. And Yehudi read it in the hearing of the sovereign, and in the hearing of all the heads standing beside the sovereign. And the sovereign was sitting in the winter house in the 9th new moon, with the fire burning on the hearth before him. Then it came to be, when Yehudi had read 3 or 4 columns, that the sovereign cut it with the scribe's knife, and threw it into the fire that was on the hearth, until the entire scroll was burned in the fire that was on the hearth. Yet the sovereign and all his servants who heard all these words were not afraid, nor did they tear their garments. Moreover, Elnathan and Delayahu and Gemariahu pleaded with the sovereign not to burn the scroll, but he did not listen to them. And the sovereign commanded Yerachmeel, son of the sovereign, and Serayahu, son of Azrael, and Shelemyahu, son of Avdeel, to seize Baruch the scribe and Yirmeyahu the prophet, but Yahweh had hid them. And after the sovereign had burned the scroll with the words which Baruch had written from the mouth of Yirmeyahu, the word of Yahweh came to Yirmeyahu, saying, Take another scroll, and write on it all the former words that were in the first scroll which Jehoiakim the sovereign of Yehuda has burned. And say to Jehoiakim sovereign of Yehuda, Thus said Yahweh, You have burned this scroll, saying, Why have you written in it that the sovereign of Babel is certainly coming to destroy this land, and cause man and beast to cease from here? Therefore thus said Yahweh concerning Jehoiakim sovereign of Yehuda, He shall have no one to sit on the throne of David, and his dead body is to be thrown out. to the heat of the day and the frost of the night. And I shall punish him and his seed and his servants for their crookedness, and I shall bring on them and on the inhabitants of Jerusalem and on the men of Yehudah all the evil I have spoken against them. But they did not listen. So Yirmeyahu took another scroll and gave it to Baruch the scribe, son of Neriyahu, who wrote on it from the mouth of Yirmeyahu all the words of the book which Jehoiakim sovereign of Yehudah had burned in the fire, and many similar words were added to them.